I think it goes without saying that we're in turbulent times, and that people feel, and often there is rhetoric, that globalization and technology are these incredible autonomous forces that are shaping our world, and that we have to scramble against to keep up. Now, I think that this claim is particularly dangerous because one of the central challenges we face is to lay moral ownership over these forces and to stop treating them as autonomous. So to dig into that a little bit more deeply, what do I mean? Well, I think portals is important, and what I mean here is that globalization's benefits are real, but they do not accrue to everyone. In fact, they accrue to relatively few people who attend wonderful multinational institutions like this, are in particularly global cities and have ways of interacting across those cities. But most people and most communities in the world, including many in our network, folks don't leave their zip code or their city for a whole host of reasons, including it's incredibly difficult to do. So what does that mean? Well, the benefits of having input from around the world when you solve a challenge, of being able to hang out with someone from a different part of the country or the world, having your ideas challenged, your basic sets of identities and norms challenged and changed, all of that is critical. It opens us up as human beings. It allows us to push beyond stereotypes. And it gives us the sense of agency and power that we can change things, that we're not isolated in our own community, but we're part of one that's larger and that we can engage across communities. So as I think about portals, and I mentioned, the issue of stereotyping and hardening groups, I want to talk a little bit about games and what we've seen. So, at this point, we've set up portals, we've watched, I should pause and say the interactions are private, they're not recorded unless both sides want them recorded. But we have witnessed the reactions of thousands and thousands of people, and we've learned some things. The first 2 to 3 minutes of any pair of conversations with one-on-one, they're usually a little awkward. People talk about the weather and pleasantries, but after about minute 5 or 6, people tend to switch to more substantive, engaging issues. And after around 13 minutes, I think the level of depth goes quite deep quickly. People talk about issues of gender, identity, sexuality, ask questions that are sort of, doorway questions, questions you're asking on the way out, because this is not someone who's going to tell your mom. You're losing yourself in the world. And we've seen how children in particular engage portals. One thing they do, that we do, is we prompt dialogues. So we prompt